علي ولي الله الغضب العلوي تفجر الله أكبر حيدر 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 الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله علي ولي الله الغضب العلوي.
And welcome back to Bayat Ghadeer. Once again, it's your host Sayyid Ali, and we have Sheikh Atabek with us. This is our third installment of the interview with Sheikh Atabek. So today I'll be asking the Sheikh regarding a very interesting question, and that is, wait for it, who are the Wahhabis, or you could say the more politically correct term, the Salafis. Nowadays as Muslims, we find people who just identify themselves as being Muslims. They'll say, "Oh, look, we're just Muslim. We Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah. We're Sunni. We follow Quran, Hadith, the Holy Prophet, may peace and blessing upon him, and that's it." But we have an issue where the layman Sunni, be it brother or sister, they don't know much about what they actually believe in. So they get indoctrinated by certain speakers or certain websites or YouTube platforms. How do we deal with this indoctrination?
Yes, so it's quite for me it's a very ambiguous question, because there are Salafism and Wahhabism. It is used in two ways, or maybe let's say three ways. Okay. Originally it is political thing.
Okay.
Salafism and Wahhabism.
Sure.
Okay, but then we have academic Salafism and Wahhabism also, and then third definition is just layman. What they so just Salafi layman. What does he think? What you understand? It's the same thing. But anyway, originally it is just political thing, especially Wahhabism. So Sheikh Muhammad bin Abdul Wahhab. So he was a rebellious person. Okay, so he was the head of the rebellion against the Uthmanis. Okay,
right.
So that is illegal. Even according to Islam, it's not permissible. What he has done,
right,
rebelling and killing the people,
sure,
that was not permissible. Okay,
sure.
But we don't know the motives. Okay, so they say, there was shirk, people used to worship the just stupid mentality. That's incorrect.
It's interesting actually you mentioned that. So the Ottomans, they still had a rule within the Hijaz area.
They were Hanafis, yeah.
They were Hanafis.
Shafis, yeah.
And Abdul Wahhab, he was amongst those who, by definition, would be probably considered a Baghi.
Yeah, definitely he is, yes.
Yeah? Because he was...
even his brother actually has written about this.
His brother has?
Yeah, saying that he's Baghi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Rebelling, yes.
So there you go. His brother said it.
Yeah.
Who am I to say it? So... because even nowadays you have this dispute between the Salafis whether or not you have the whole Madkhalis and who are kind of pro-government, or if there's oppression and stuff.
Yeah.
But both of them claim to be Salafis. Yet they ideologically oppose their very foundations. Because Abdul Wahhab was the same person who actually started the rebellion.
Exactly, yes, yeah. You know one thing, whenever there will be like split in one school of thought, there will be two main reasons, both together.
Okay.
One reason is so the leader of that school will make statement which could be interpreted or understood in two different ways.
Right.
That is one of the reasons, but there is another reason. All comes together.
Right.
The envy and that negativity.
Sure.
Understand? So that the Imam is not saying what you are trying to spread, but you need that for your own ego, for your own certain agendas.
Sure.
You understand? Dishonesty.
Sure.
Most of the time, both comes together.
Sure.
Okay? So let's suppose that you are Jafari and I'm Jafari, for example.
Sure.
Jafar Sadiq made a statement.
Sure.
Which could mean two things. And then we dispute our understanding, and then I understand that so I come to conclusion that your understanding is more reliable.
Sure.
But then I stick to my opinion because I became famous by my opinion and I have followers, it's very difficult to admit that it was wrong.
Sure.
Understand?
Sure.
So that comes. So now we have so many different schools of Salafism, Wahhabism.
Yes.
Okay. So the reason is, as I said, there are some certain issues which is actually could be understood in different ways.
Sure.
But yet there are issues in which the leaders of these branches
Sure.
they are trying to play their own agenda.
It's interesting you mention that because Sheikh Albani, before he passed away, he wrote a article actually, I believe, on this. It's called "The Salafi Community in Disarray," and he actually said how now you have so many different branches of Salafism, yet they all claim to be following the earliest generation of Muslims. The irony of it.
Yeah.
But coming back to the point, Sheikh, we have these people who don't know much about what they're supposed to believe in. Like, especially from a Sunni point of view, if somebody claims to be a Sunni, I'm just Muslim, I follow Quran and Sunnah, I follow the Holy Prophet, may peace and blessings be upon him, I'm not Salafi, I'm not, Deobandi, I'm not this, I'm not that. Yet they can get very manipulated and indoctrinated by, this Salafi, Wahhabi.
Mainly Salafi, because they claim the same thing also.
How do you prevent something like this? Because unfortunately, we could be those people who, could potentially have children and sending them to mosques, local mosques, and these places could be, indoctrinating our children without us realizing it. Isn't that something potentially dangerous?
For me, yes. In my understanding, yes, because if you read the books of, for example, Ibn Taymiyyah himself, or the contemporary scholars of the Salafi school, it's very dangerous, So, for example, they may label us, for example, Shafi'is, Malikis, Hanafis, as mushriks, or as apostates in some certain issues, So, and then labeling us as mushriks or apostates, it has got serious consequence. They believe that they're responsible to kill us. You understand? So it is dangerous, actually. Yes. So I would say it is the responsibility of the parents to make sure that they do not go into that, extreme things.
And the individual as well, be it irrespective, even if it's an adult. So basically, are there certain names that people should avoid? Obviously, in the public platform, I'm not going to mention the names, but it's very important that it's the duty of you as a Muslim person. If you see some person, he has ideas which is leading to the bloodshed. It's your duty to stop it anyhow you can, without physically saying, but informing the authorities or etc. Because creating bloodshed in the society or fitna, so that has very serious consequences. Beautiful.
And everyone has duty to stop that anyhow they can.
So if anyone you feel is trying to cause disarray in the community, and
it's your duty to inform the authorities.
Beautiful. Okay, thank you very much for that, Sheikh. Once again, this is your host, Sayyid Ali. Thank you for joining us today, and inshallah, see you soon. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Assalamu alaikum.